Let's jump right into today's explainer and uncover the wild, largely unregulated, and sometimes downright dangerous world of dietary supplements. So many of us pop a vitamin, a pre-workout powder, or an herbal extract every single morning without even a second thought. We just naturally assume that if it's sitting there on a store shelf, someone, somewhere, has thoroughly tested it to make absolutely sure it's safe. But as we're about to see, that assumption, yeah, it's not just wrong, it can be incredibly dangerous. Check out this staggering reality. Nearly a quarter of U.S. adults are mixing dietary supplements with their prescription medications, and they are often completely unaware of the risks. That is 25% of the adult population taking these pills together without knowing how they might interact inside their bodies. And honestly, here's the real kicker. Studies show that most patients don't even bother to mention their supplement use to their doctors. They just kind of figure, hey, it's natural, it's not relevant. So here is our roadmap for today's explainer. We'll be hitting 1, the supplement illusion, 2, the hydroxycut warning, 3, hidden herb-drug interactions, 4, tainted products and fraud, 5, decoding supplement certifications, and finally, 6, protecting yourself and others. All right, let's get into it. Section 1, the supplement illusion. We really do fall for this trick all the time, right? The idea that natural automatically means safe. Now, here is absolutely the most crucial point to understand. Unlike prescription drugs, dietary supplements hit the shelves without any pre-market safety approval from the FDA whatsoever. Just let that sink in for a second. If a pharma company wants to release a new blood pressure med, they spend years, literally years in clinical trials proving it's safe and effective before the FDA gives them the green light. But supplements? They're basically regulated like food. A manufacturer can just put a product on the market, and the FDA only gets involved if people actually start getting sick. It's a completely reactive system. Section 2, the hydroxycut warning. We're going to look at a massive case study here with the weight loss brand Hydroxycut. This whole saga brilliantly illustrates exactly what happens when regulation is completely reactive. If you watched TV in the early 2000s, you definitely saw their commercials. They were massive. But prior to 2004, the product actually contained ephedra. The FDA finally had to step in and ban it, but only after it was linked to 155 deaths from heart attacks and strokes. So the company reformulated. Problem solved, right? No way. Fast forward to 2009, and the totally new formula was causing severe liver damage. Healthy people were suddenly needing liver transplants. It took dozens of severe health reports before the FDA warned consumers, and the product was recalled all over again. In today's version, the only ingredient left from the original formula is literally just caffeine. Section 3, hidden herb-drug interactions. Because beyond just toxic ingredients, mixing these things is a huge gamble. So even if a supplement is perfectly pure, it can absolutely wreak havoc if it clashes with your prescription meds. Think of it like this. The supplement and your drug are basically competing for the exact same doorway in your body. Your liver uses specific enzymes to process drugs. If you take a supplement that uses those exact same enzymes, you create a massive traffic jam. Suddenly, a totally normal, safe dose of your heart medication might skyrocket to toxic levels in your bloodstream. Or it could get blocked completely, meaning your life-saving medication just flat out stops working. And the risk levels vary wildly depending on the herb. St. John's wort, for example, is incredibly high risk. It's a super potent enzyme inducer, which is just a fancy way of saying it flushes other drugs out of your system incredibly fast. It can literally cause birth control pills to fail or make anti-rejection drugs for transplant patients completely ineffective. Golden Seal does the exact opposite. It blocks enzymes, trapping drugs in your system way too long. On the flip side, things like cranberry or valerian are considered pretty low risk and are generally safe to mix. But the big takeaway here, you cannot just guess these interactions. You absolutely have to check. Section 4, tainted products and fraud. Now we're getting into the really dark side of this industry. Up until now, we've just been talking about legal ingredients. But there is a massive black market of products masquerading as dietary supplements that are actively laced with illegal drugs. The FDA routinely finds herbal weight loss pills or all-natural sleep aids that lab tests later reveal are heavily spiked with hidden antidepressants, synthetic amphetamines, or erectile dysfunction drugs. Why do they do this? Well, because those illegal drugs actually give you the dramatic overnight results promised on the box. But because those drug doses are completely unregulated, you're at massive risk for a life-threatening reaction. Thankfully, you can protect yourself by actively looking out for these specific, totally too good to be true marketing phrases. Health fraud almost always sounds exactly the same. If a bottle promises a miracle cure or claims to fix diabetes, cancer, and arthritis all at once, it's a scam. No single pill does that. And if it mentions a secret ingredient that the government or big pharma is supposedly hiding from you, just do yourself a favor, put it right back on the shelf, and walk away. Section 5, Decoding Supplement Certifications. So if you can't trust the marketing, how do you know what's really inside the bottle? Because the FDA isn't proactively checking these products, independent laboratories have stepped up. But pay attention, because not all seals of approval mean the same thing. A USP certification is awesome for your everyday multivitamin. It guarantees that if the bottle says there's 500 milligrams of vitamin C, you are getting exactly 500 milligrams with no heavy metals. But, and this is a big but, if you're an athlete who gets drug tested or you're in the military, USP won't save you from a tainted product. For that, you need a BSCG or NSF certification. Those labs actively hunt for hidden anabolic steroids, stimulants, and hundreds of other banned substances in every single batch. Finally, Section 6. Protecting yourself and others. Let's talk about what to actually do if things go wrong. Because the FDA relies entirely on consumers raising their hands, you need to know the serious warning signs. A little bit of nausea is one thing, but if you or someone you know experiences yellowing of the skin or eyes, which is a huge red flag for liver toxicity, or you get an irregular heartbeat, chest pain, or marked mood changes, you could be dealing with a tainted or highly toxic supplement. Stop taking it immediately. And once you stop taking it, follow these exact steps. Hop onto the FDA's online safety reporting portal and submit a detailed report. Remember what we talked about earlier? This entire system is reactive. If people don't report these adverse events, the FDA literally has no idea that a seemingly harmless herbal pill is putting people in the hospital. By speaking up, your report could quite literally save someone else's life. We all love the idea of natural health, right? But true health requires us to be informed, a little bit skeptical, and incredibly proactive. Take a hard look at your own supplements tonight. Check for those third-party testing seals we talked about. And please, always talk to your doctor before mixing anything with your prescriptions. Don't just fall for the supplement illusion. Instead, really ask yourself, what hidden dangers might be lurking in your medicine cabinet right now?